When old enemies sign access. What Japan's ratification really means. Once, they were enemies in war. Now they're opening each other's gates. In June 2025, the Japanese National Diet ratified the Reciprocal Access Agreement, a defense pact allowing Japanese and Filipino forces to deploy troops and equipment on each other's soil. Just months before, the Philippine Senate approved this same pact, and this week, as if on cue, the Philippine Coast Guard's BRP Teresa Magbanua sails into Japan, not for courtesy, but for trilateral maritime exercises with the US and Japan. A legacy of power and trauma. Japan's obsession with China didn't begin today. It started in the ruins of old empires. In 1895, Japan defeated the Qing dynasty. Taiwan was ceded. In 1904, Japan shocked the world by defeating Russia on Chinese soil. By 1937, it was full-scale war, with Japan marching across China and the world watching in horror. The trauma didn't vanish, and neither did the fear that China, once humbled, would one day return with power Japan couldn't ignore. The Taiwan trigger. For Japan, Taiwan is more than a neighbor. It's a shield. If Taiwan falls, the first island chain collapses. Okinawa becomes exposed. US bases become targets. And Japan's trade routes, its oil, its exports, its food, all risk being choked by China in a single move. Taiwan's fate isn't just about democracy. It's about Japan's survival. Access redefined. That's why Japan just did the unthinkable. It signed the Reciprocal Access Agreement with the Philippines, ratified by the Philippine Senate in 2024. Approved by the Japanese Diet in 2025. What does it do? It gives both countries the right to deploy troops and equipment on each other's soil. Legally, automatically, silently, once an activity is approved. No need to ask again. No need to debate. It's not called a base, but it walks like one, and drills like one. The same week Japan ratified it, the Philippine Coast Guard's BRP Teresa Magbanua sailed to Kagoshima for joint exercises with US and Japanese forces. That wasn't a coincidence. That was a dress rehearsal for a future deployment that's already been legalized. The fire beneath the ice. Japan is quiet, but it's not passive. It's rearming, it's aligning, and it's preparing for a war that hasn't started, but may already be coded into its geography. It won't come with invasion this time. It will come with access, agreements, and drills that build muscle memory for something no one wants to say out loud. When old enemies sign access, it's not just about forgiveness, it's for warning. Because if alliances are rising this fast, it means the storm they're preparing for is already on the horizon. This is Anton Reports, CRYPTIC Capsule. Powered by AI Squared, the Alliance of Intelligence Unseen.